Welcome to TV9 Digital, Terry Walsh, sir. It has been a crazy morning in India. Bronze medal finish after 41 years. So, how did you feel about this tournament for the Indian men's hockey team?
Well, I think it's been a really interesting outcome. I think it's fantastic for the game. I think that Indian hockey, with a result like this, can really grow over the coming years and decades. I think it can get itself back into being a really prominent performer at the international level. It's been okay, but this is a real step into the medals at the Olympic level and/or World Cup level, and I think that consistency going forward will be wonderful for Indian hockey, and I think it's great for the game. Really, really good.
Sir, you were obviously the head coach of the team when India won the Asian Games gold medal in 2014. So, at that time, did you ever feel that a bronze medal finish or a podium finish in Olympics is possible in 2020 or 2021?
Well, I think yes, I do think it's possible. I think being on the medallion dais is possible for Indian hockey going forward. It's always difficult once you get into the top few teams, but yes, it was possible. The level that we were at in 2014 when we were able to win the Asian Games is just wasn't at the level that it needed to be, I don't think, to be consistently good at the highest level. But I think it's grown and it's developed, and I think we made some many people over a long period of time have done things within Indian hockey, and I think Indian hockey now has regrown itself, and I think Graham Reid and his group have done a great job. The players inside that group have done remarkably well, and it's great to see some of them still there who were there back in my time and before. So I think that, there's always been a chance, and now it's come to fruition. It's almost a dream that's there, but still the gold medal is the one that would make such a huge difference to Indian hockey and world hockey. But it's great to see them with a bronze medal in 2020, 2021. I'm not sure what they call it anymore, with the Olympics being bandied around from one year to the next, but it's fantastic. And yes, I've always believed that Indian hockey had the potential to be at a very, very high level, and it's wonderful to see them achieve it.
Sir, the Indian hockey team suffered a crashing 7-1 defeat against Australia. From there to pick yourself up, pick the morale up, pick the confidence up, and then fight for a podium finish. How does it? What does it mean for the team, and how mentally stronger do you see this team?
Well, I think that it's quite a young team. I think that the promotion of the development in the program has to be of paramount importance to Indian hockey. It can't just rely on what's there at the moment. It will grow. Being knocked around at the beginning of the tournament, I think the combination of the weather, the factors of preparation and fitness and so on and so forth. It's interesting to see that two of the three teams that are going to finish with medals haven't really played a lot of international hockey, and that's an interesting outcome for the world of our sport. Only one from Europe has been playing relatively regularly against international competition. So I think the physiology and the way that people have gone about their preparation has had an impact on this. And you saw today that Germany, I thought, struggled, to be quite honest. And naturally, you would expect that India would be more able to play in those conditions with their body types and the preparations that have gone on. And I think that came to fruition. It wasn't just that. There was much more to it than just the physiology. I think they played extremely well, and they showed their wares and their skills and their dexterity and all the things we love about the game from the Asian participation in the sport. They started to come through, and you could really see that the game has taken a big bite into the world of hockey again, and that's great.
Sir, one particular player I wanted to talk about to you was SREEJESH. You have worked with him, the goalkeeper, and now this Olympics, he has been the wall of India, as we are saying in India. So, how do you feel this medal sum up his career, a 2 decade career, which has been great?
Well, I think he's been a stalwart for the sport internationally. He's a wonderful character. Sri is just a really, really, he's from a fantastic family, and he's He's really done himself proud. He's done the country proud. He's done the team proud. He's been around for a long, long time. He has a personality which is electrically likable. He's just a great character. And it was wonderful to see him play very, very effectively and had a big part to play in the outcome of the team. So yeah, I honour him very, very much, and I tip my hat to him. Wonderful, but not just Sree. There are many others there that have given so much over a long period of time, and they really deserve their success.
And sir, Australians have played a key role in this journey. Michael Nobbs, yourself, Terry Walsh, and now Graham Reid. So, how do you feel this Australian connection with the Indian hockey team, and where does it put Australia in the credibility of producing some great coaches, international coaches in the hockey circuit?
Well, I think that if you go through recent history, you will find that many of the Australian players from the 80s and 90s have gone into coaching internationally, and you'll see that there are several others coaching in the women's programs as well. Yeah, it's been a good era. I think that the style of hockey, if we can get even more back to the ability of being able to play, I noticed that there's some incredible changes that are taking place in the game. The overheads are just, it's really quite an incredible situation, because I don't think our sport yet has quite grasped how to umpire the overhead, and it's creating some real difficulty because it allows people to have so much space in dangerous areas, and playing the ball in the air has really increased, and yet we spend all this money playing on the pitch or putting pitches down. So yeah, there's changes. I think we need to continually make small tweaks, not big ones. I don't think we need to make big tweaks, but I think that getting back to the point that you made, I think Australian coaches have done a really good job overseas, and I think it's a two-way street. You can't coach the Australian way when people are coaching foreign teams. You have to take a lot of culture into account and make sure you work really effectively with that. And in this case, Graham Reid's done a great job. He did a fantastic job with this group. Just what will happen going forward, I don't know, but we will eventually move to a place where India will be totally reliant on what they have internally, both from a coaching and administration point of view, as well as a playing and performance point of view. I think they have so much more in many ways than many countries in the world, but I would love to see the sport grow. Finances are huge. And in India, there's a great prospect for the sport to grow to a very, very good level. And I really hope that occurs over the coming months and years.
And sir, before we wrap up, I think you can give a great insight into it. How can Indian hockey convert this bronze into gold in the future? It's in Paris or in Brisbane. How can they take it forward and build a great ecosystem around the hockey circuit?
Well, the same that several of the other countries have done, and that is Holland and Germany, Belgium, Australia. These countries have spent a lot of time with their development programs and making sure there's a big pool of players who can play at the very highest level. The coaching level is not just with the national team, but is across the development programs. And there are basically programs that choose players and select players just purely on their ability to play, nothing else. And it has to be authentic, it has to be real. And I think now players in India very much understand that they have to work hard. It's not just about having some dexterity and skill with the stick and ball. There is so much more to the game, and they're learning that very, very well. And if the administration works in harmony with what's required with the high performance side, then I think that you're going to have a really good future. And there is no doubt that the gold medals in the future are well within reach of Indian hockey. And not just the men. I think the women have shown a fantastic piece in their development, and they need to be really congratulated for what they have done with their coaching staff and their players.
And sir, your message to the Indian men's hockey team and the women's team, any congratulatory message you want to pass on?
Oh, look, all of them, congratulations. It's fantastic. I tip my hat, and I'm really, really proud from a world hockey perspective that they've done so well. It's really a great credit to the players, to the coaching staff, the admin, to everybody who has been involved. Well done, congratulations, and we've really enjoyed watching it.
Thank you so much for your time, sir. It was an absolute pleasure to have a word with you after this immense victory, historical victory, as we are saying.
Fantastic. Good to talk with you. Bye for now.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.